Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So basically today we are going to make a Python project, and the idea for that Python project is that we are going to make a vaccine notifier. Now actually what do I mean from this notifier? Actually it is not the thing that a notification would come onto your desktop or mobile phones and it will let you know about the vaccine. No, it is not something like that. It is basically like what we'll be doing is that like with a JSON file, we'll be taking a JSON file, and from that JSON file, we would be extracting that basically on which date at what is the pin code that basically is the vaccine slots available for you or not. Okay, for this much of age and at this particular pin code at this particular date, are vaccines available or not? So it is a kind of like you can say extracting the data from a JSON file and then just be like basically getting that data into our python file and just like extracting the output from that. So like need not to now again and again go on to that Covin website. You just quickly need to just write out this code here, run it, just enter the pin code whatever you just want to check it for, enter the age for which you want to check it, and it will basically let you know all the details that whether the vaccine is available or not. If available, then which one is available. Other than that, basically it is a free or it is a paid, and according to the like what is the pin code which you are searching for, what is the age you are searching for, what are the slots that are available. Well, these are the instructions, these are the things that you will be getting here in the output. So this is a rough idea that I have just told you about the project that we are going to make today, and the further things I will be discussing in the project itself. Right, so here I am on my PyCharm ID, and basically now for making this project, basically what I'll be needing is that I would be needing two modules. First one is my request and second is my date time. Date time and time. So date time and time need not to be installed on our devices, right? But request is another module which we need to install here. Fine, so I would just open my terminal here in the PyCharm window itself, and basically I would start writing the command for the installation of request. Okay, so that is I would be just writing here pip pip, and then here I'll be writing install, and here I will be writing request requests. Fine, so this is the syntax that I'll be writing for the installation of the request library, and basically it is already satisfied. Like basically for me I have already downloaded. So for me it is showing that requirement already satisfied, but for you it will basically download and after that tell you that okay, it is now successfully downloaded. Right. So as soon I have just imported my first library, so the first thing that I need to do here is that I need to quickly import that here, correct? So for importing, I would simply write import and then request. Okay, so import request. This is the first library that I have imported here. Now, what about my second one? So for second one, I will be just writing import time. I would even be importing the my time module also here, right? Why I am just importing this time module? I will just let you know that thing in a little bit. But for now, understand that I need to import this time module. Right. Other than that, I would be importing my JSON file also. Import JSON. Okay. For now, just need not to write that thing. Let's see in the forward project that if it is needed, then we will write. Otherwise, we will not write. Okay. Now, third thing that I'm just gonna do here is that I'll be writing from date time. Now, date time is one of my module, right? So from that, I'm just importing something. So from date time import, here I'll be writing date time, comma, and the time delta. So these are the two functions that I am importing from my date time module. Right, so these are the three things that we'll be needing in making today's project. Right. Now, next thing that comes here is that I need to take a variable that will store the age of the person for which I am looking that is the vaccine available or not, right? So for that, I would make a variable, and let's say that is person underscore age. Okay, let's say here I just enter the age as 57. Okay, now basically what I'll be just doing is that I would be even in taking a variable that would enter the pin code. So I will be writing area underscore pin code. Now I would be storing that pin code onto this list. Okay. Now why I am just storing in the list, because here you can just check out for several pin codes at a time. Right. Only what you need to do is that you need to put the semicolons, and in the bracket and sorry inside the semicolons you need to write the pin code. After that put a comma, again put the semicolons and write the pin code, again put a comma, and this procedure will be following as well. Okay, right now I'm just putting one pin code, and that I have already searched for. So let's say that is 209 and 304. Okay, this is one of the pin codes that I'm just writing. I just simply taken any random from the website of COVID. Okay. Now, next thing that I will be taking is that I will be taking one variable that is total underscore days. Okay, that is TOTAL, total underscore days. Now, basically what I am just looking for, I only want to look it for one single day, that on this particular day is the vaccine available for this much age of a person at this pin code or not. So I'm just simply taking day here as well. Now you can just change this according to your need, whatever you just want here, right? And after that, basically what I'll be just taking here is that I'll be taking another variable, and that is print underscore flag. Okay, now what this actually means, I would just let you know that in a little while. As soon as proceed in the program, you will know that why I have taken this variable and what is the use of this. Fine, so that I have just done here. Now, as soon as my program starts running, so as for a confirmation that is my program running properly or not, I want a first print statement to be displayed. Okay, so from that, even I would just get one confirmation that my program is running, and that will basically look like a little bit more good, that basically, okay, we are just displaying some statements, and after that we are coming to our final output, right? So for that I would be simply using one print statement here, and that is, let's say I would just write here start searching. Okay, I will just write here start searching for COVID vaccine slots. Okay, so for COVID vaccine slots. Okay, let's say this is the statement that I have written. Now you can just write any statement according to your choice, whatever you just want. So my main motive for writing this statement was I just wanted a confirmation that is my program running successfully or not. Fine. So from the first line I just started doing that thing. Okay, now next thing that comes here is that I need to search for today, right? So I need to take the today's date and today's time, right? I need to take that thing. So that I would be storing onto another variable, and that is current. Right, now current actually stands for present only. Present is the, like, current is another name for present, right? So I just want to store it here. So I would just writing here date time. Now date time is one of my function that I have used from this date time module. Now you got that basically why I have used it, right? So here I'll be writing current is equal to date time. I would put a dot here, and I would just use my today function here. So basically what it will give me today's date and time, whatever it is right now. Okay, just come down here. Now I would again make another variable, and that is form. Now basically why form, why I would be making that, because I mentioned that from here, that is total underscore days, you want to check that basically for how many days you want to like know the available slots, right? Let's say here I just taken the example one. Let's say you are just writing this program with me, and you have taken here as 5. So you want to know for 5 days that basically what is the available slots. So for that, basically in this form a variable, I would be adding a for loop that will actually work for n number of days which you are adding onto here. Right, so that I'll be just doing here. So for that I would just make one list, and inside this I'll be writing current. Current means that today's date time. Okay, what is the date for today? That is stored in the current variable, right? So current plus, and now here I'll be using my time delta function that we have imported here. So here was the time delta function. Right now I was just using that here, time delta, and now basically in bracket what I'll be writing, I'll be writing days is equal to I. Okay, now days is equal to I, and why I have just used is, I just have a look that here I'll be using for I in range, and in the bracket I would be using for I in range, and in bracket it is total underscore days. Right, now you got the idea. Now this is the function that I have here. So days is equal to I, and now this I is actually referring to this this variable that I have taken here, and that is total underscore days. Fine, so it will like my loop will run for the I, that basically whatever the value I have given here, the my loop will run for that time. So I have given 1, so my loop will run only for one time. Fine, just let me come down here, and just let me come on to next line. So basically after that I would again be making a variable that is correct underscore date. Now basically in this I would be storing that in which format the date should be entered, right? In which format I want the date to be here. So I want the date in the format of date, month and year. Okay, so for that firstly I'll be taking I. Now I, why again I have just used it here, because in this for I in range I have used my total days. right? Total days actually are the number of days for which I am searching the vaccination slots, right? So I dot, and if you just want out like if you just want to give a particular format that okay, in this format I want that the date to be displayed. So for that we basically use strf time function. Okay, so in the bracket I would be using, okay, I need not to make a tuple here, just have a look, I need to make a list. Okay, I just made the tuple, fine. Okay, now inside the bracket, basically what I will be just doing is that I will be writing that in which format actually I want. So I want the format to be here as, my format shall be percent %d, then it should be percent %m, and then it should be percent %y. I want the date to be displayed in this format, okay? And after that, I'll be applying my for loop, so that for I in form. Now form is the variable which I have taken here and which I have stored my this total days thing. Fine. So till now I have just completed this thing. Now next thing that comes here is that next part of the program, this next part of the project that we are having here is that I need to apply some condition, that while true. While true actually means that whatever I'm just going to write here, everything is going to execute, right? So while true. Now here I'll be taking I is equal to 0. I is one of my variables that I have taken and assign it a value as 0. So again the work for my applying my for loops start here. So what I'll be just writing here, for find underscore code. Okay, as we write for I in some name, right? So in that case, instead of that I am making a variable that is for find underscore code in area underscore pin code. Now in my, like I was having a variable that is area underscore pin code, right? And in that I have stored a particular pin code. So now I am running my for loop for that particular thing, right? I would just come here down. Again, I would apply one for loop. So in that for loop, what I would be just applying, I would be using my correct underscore date variable. Fine. So for, I would again be given a name. So let's say I would just give here enter underscore date. Instead of taking that I or A here, I am simply taking some like meaningful name so that it makes some more sense to the program. Okay. So for enter underscore date, and here I'd be using in correct underscore date. This was a variable, right? One of the variables that we were having. Now, what's the next that I just need to apply here? So after that, I will be just coming on down here. Now, the main things that come into this program, till now we had simply initialized the variables, taken the today's date and all that things. Now, the very important thing that comes here is that I need to write the URL of the website from which I am going to fetch the data. Right, so for this URL, I already have copied the URL from the website, and here I have this thing. So let me just quickly copy this thing here and paste it this side. Right, now basically I had just added some more things here. Okay, after this, what I need to do is that I need to put one function, and that is format. Now format actually means that what is the format that I am going to get here. I'm just going to give here what is the format of that thing. So first I would be applying find underscore code. Okay, find underscore code is another thing, is a like variable you can say, which I have used in my for loop, right? Find underscore code. And second which I have used for that was enter underscore date. So I'm just again applying that enter underscore date here. Let me take this bracket to okay, fine, right? So now I hope you just got the idea. Now this is my URL that I have applied here for, and whenever we just like apply some URL or something like that, we just like give out the requirements also here. So I'll be like writing here requirements is equal to, and basically what I'm just doing is that I am again having the requirements. I'm just copying all of these things here. Okay, and I would write all these things in the description so that you are having all of these things with you, right? Okay, so here just let me go back and close it here itself. Correct. Now basically what I am just gonna add here, I'm just gonna add some more variables and some more things, right? I had only put the URL and requirements till now. Now I would be writing final underscore output. Now this is my variable that I am making, and that is equal to request. Now here I'll be using my request library that I have imported above. So request dot get. Okay, now dot get is one of my functions, and from that I'm just writing here URL. Okay, URL comma, And here we have one function, and that is headers. Okay, one parameter that we have headers. Let me just come down so that it is visible to you. And headers, in headers, basically what I'm just gonna add, I'm just gonna add my requirements variable here. Right, now this much thing is over till now. Now what I am just gonna do is that I am going to fetch my JSON data and just work a little bit on that thing. Okay, so basically what I'll be just doing is that I would be applying my if conditions. If final dot final underscore op, this op is actually the output, okay, short form for output. So if final underscore output dot okay, and I'll just put the colon here, come down to next line, and here I'll be adding one variable that is file underscore JSON. File underscore JSON is equal to final underscore op dot JSON. This is basically how we just fetch the data. Okay, this is how actually we fetch the data. Now coming on to next line, I'll be taking one variable here, and let's say that variable is flag and assign the value as, let's say, false. Okay, right now I'm just assigning it as false. Now what I'll be just doing is that I'll be taking a particular column from my JSON data that I have. Okay, so for the procedure for doing that thing, I'm just writing if. Now I would write the variable in which I have stored my data, and that is file underscore JSON, right? I would put the large brackets, and here I'll be just writing the centers. Now centers is one of my columns, like one of my columns that I want from my JSON data. I want to work upon that thing only, right? Because I'm just looking for the vaccination slots and vaccination centers. For that which I can just apply, right? So I just want the centers to come here. Again inside this I would again apply one condition, and inside that I would be just writing print underscore flag. Now print underscore flag was one of the variables that we had made, and what we had stored here. Let's go above and have a look. Okay, let me just come to this side because okay, that was print underscore flag. Yes, so print underscore flag I have stored y. Okay, now you have just got the idea that why I have just made this variable and what was the use. Okay, dot, and here I'll be just adding dot lower and in the bracket, and after that is equal to y. Now if this like this print and underscore flag variable is having y, okay, then what to do? Then here I'll be just adding that for place in file underscore JSON. Now basically I'm just looking for a place from where I can just get vaccinated, right? So for place in file JSON, in the bracket I would be adding here as centers. Okay, so that is CENTERS. Okay, put the colon here, right? Now basically what I would be just doing here is that I would be coming down here. Again I would be just applying my condition, one condition here, that is for availability. Okay, availability VAI AVAILABILITY. Okay, for availability in place, and basically what I would be just like putting here after the place, and that is basically I'll be putting here the sessions. Sessions is another column that we have in that JSON file. Okay, that's sessions. Now my condition says that if availability, and in the bracket it is okay, that is minimum underscore age underscore limit, that is minimum underscore age underscore limit is less than equal to percentage. Okay, if in bracket I just put one condition that availability of minimum age limit is less than equal to percentage. And now my second condition is that if availability of the available capacity, available 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 capacity, okay, capacity, right? If and availability in the bracket it is available capacity is greater than 0. That means if I have some availability for like putting the vaccine, and basically if the person's age is basically greater than the minimum age limit. Minimum age limit means that right now we have only the minimum age limit, that is 18, right? A person not a person less than 18 cannot put the like take the vaccine, right? So that is only applied here, that if the person's age is greater than minimum age limit, and if we have some availability, then what to do? Then basically now here the role starts of my print statement. Then print me, first I want to check out, first I want to print that what was the pin code that I was searching for actually, right? Okay, Now basically I would be just telling you how to do that. So I would just writing here the pin code for which you are finding. The pin code for which you are finding is, I would put the colon, and here I would just put my plus sign, and here I would just adding that variable, that is find code. Right, this is the way which you can just use. Now basically I want to like search for the date. Now let's say you are just like searching for many dates right now. Let's say you have given the days as 4, 5 or 6. Right now I'm just given one. Okay, so in case you are just using many more days, so in that case you can just add this statement, and that is, it is available on, and I would just put the curly brackets here. Okay, I would just even close it also. Okay, I would put one dot here, and after that I would just apply format. Okay, format is a function, and in the bracket I would just adding enter date. Now basically it means that what format I am just giving the date that I am taking. Now the first two lines which I just mentioned here, these are actually the exceptional ones. Okay, it depends on you that do you want to apply these, like you want to write out these lines, or you do not want to write these lines. It totally depends on you. Fine. Now basically what I would be just doing here is that I'm just going on to my next line. Okay, okay, just let me quickly okay, let me just quickly go back here. Okay, 1 second. Right, so what I was doing is that I would just comment both of these lines for now. Okay, I'm just commenting these lines because these are exceptional. If you have choice, you can just put. If you do not want, then it's absolutely fine. Okay, I would just come down to next line. Fine. Now basically here I'd be adding out my print statement, that print, I want to print the name for the hospital and the destination, right? So I would just writing here name of the hospital. Yes, name of the hospital, and destination, name for the, okay, so that is DES. Right, name of the hospital and destination is, and I would just put the colon. Now here I am just putting one comma, and I would just write here place, and in bracket I would be just writing the, okay, not these brackets, I'm just putting the large brackets, and here I would just write as name. Come on to next line. I even want to see that what is the block. Okay, block mean actually the name of the hospital, or let's say just we have blocks, right? I would just see that thing. So here I would just write print, and here I would just write name for the bl name for the block is, okay, I would just put the colon and comma here. After that I would just again write place, and here I would just write block underscore name. Right, come on to next line. I want to add what is the price for the vaccine. Okay, so the print price for the vaccine is, and I would just put the colon here, put a comma here, and here I would just write place, and in bracket it is fee underscore type. Okay, let me show you that thing. Okay, right, again I would just come on to next line here, and I would just again use my print statement, and in that print statement I would check out the availability, that is the vaccine available or not available, BILITY, that what vaccine is available, COVID, or like sorry, Covaxin, or basically it is Covishield, right, whatever, like which is available. So availability is status, okay, availability status of the vaccine is, okay, availability status of the vaccine is, again put a comma, and now here use the variable that is availability in the bracket, and here like right here available underscore capacity. Now basically, okay, now this will actually will not tell the name of the vaccine, it will tell that basically how many total vaccines are available here. Okay, it will tell you that thing. Again, now I would apply my condition that I want to check out that what type of vaccine is available, it is Covishield or it is Covaxin, right? So now basically I would just write here, if in bracket I would just write availability, and availability for the vaccine. Okay, if availability for the, okay, I will just go here, let me just close the bracket. Okay, is not equal to blank. Okay, if availability for the vaccine is not equal to blank, then what to print here, then print the type of vaccine. Okay, let me just come down so that it is again visible. The type of vaccine is, okay, what is the type of the vaccines, I would just put one comma here, and I would just write availability, and in the bracket I would just write here as vaccine. Okay, and simply what I would just doing here is that I would be giving I is equal to I plus 1. No, why I have just given I? Because it will basically depends on the number of days that you are entering. Okay, so it totally depends on that thing. Okay, so I is equal to I plus 1. Now just come here, come one step back and add my else condition here. My else condition is that simply I would just write here pass. Okay, if this condition does not satisfies, then what to do? Simply write here pass. Okay, again, again I would just come back here, and now I need to check that where I have just like used my if condition so that I can close it. Okay, so one was used here, and okay, so this if condition has been closed. After that, one step back. Okay, so now here I guess here it is right. So let me just quickly again check that thing. So this is straight line, one step more back. Okay, I would again write my like close my else statement, that is pass. Okay, again I would just close it for one more because I have used one more else condition. Okay, so just before that I have just used it, so here I would be just closing that else condition. Okay, tab spaces right here, and here I'll be just using else and in the bracket. Now what I just need to print here, that I need to print that. Okay, I'm just using my print statement else print. Now this is that which I'm just closing here. Let me show you that which one I'm just right now closing. I am closing that of my file. Okay, my JSON file, I'm just closing it here. Okay, so just quickly come down here and just let me give some spaces. Okay, else pass is done again. Okay, so just 1 second, just let me quickly align it properly. Fine. So else print here. Okay, now what to print here? So print that I found no response. Now basically this would be printed when my program is not running properly, when my data cannot be read from my JSON file, because I have used this one. Okay, this is the else one which I have just used downside. For this one I have used the else. Okay, so if my file like cannot find any sentence, then it will found that I found no response. Okay, again, now what I will be just doing is that again come down, now just go absolutely back. Okay, here inside my while loop I would apply one condition, that if, and in bracket I would apply if I is equal to 0. Okay, if I is equal to 0, then what to print here? Print here that right now no vaccine slots are available. So I would just write right now no vaccine slots are available. Down and show you that, down and show you that, down and show you that thing. Let me just go here, available. Okay, right now no vaccine slots are available, and just give, let me just quickly give some space here, and I need to, okay, I will put the exclamation sign and give me some spaces, and here I would just write that try after some time. Okay, let's say this is the statement, try after some time. Okay, so let's say this is the statement, if I just do not get any like any empty slots for the vaccine, that this statement should be printed. Okay, again I would just use my else condition here, and if this all of these things are done, then simply print me that the search is finished. The search is finished. Okay, simply print me that the search is finished. And basically again go back here, give me one tab space, and I would just again make one variable, that is date underscore now. Okay, what it will actually do, it will like take the right now time, whatever the time is right now. Okay, so date time dot now. Okay, put the brackets and plus time delta. Now time delta is the function that I'm just using here. Time delta, right? And in the bracket I would just giving minutes is equal to 1. Let me just come down and show you that thing, whichever I'm just writing here. So minutes is equal to 1, right? And now what I'm just doing here is that I would be applying the while condition, that date while date time dot now, and the bracket is less than date underscore now. If this condition satisfies, then time dot sleep. Time dot sleep means that update this thing in each and every 1 second. Okay, so right now here I have just finished my whole program. Now what's my thing that I just need to do here is that I need to run my program, and let's see what happens here. Okay, so basically I'm just getting, if okay, I just made some mistake at line number 47. Let me just quickly go above and check out that in line number okay, 47 is here. And I guess I missed the semicolon. So yes, I just missed the semicolon here. Right. Now I would just run it again once here. Okay. Fine. So now basically it showed me that start searching for COVID vaccine slots. Right now no vaccine slots are available. Try after some time. Right. So now basically it is telling me that for the age and basically for the like pin code which I have just entered here, none of the vaccination slots are available right now. Okay, let me just add some 67. Let's say the age is 67 and now I would just run it here once again. Okay, right now no vaccine slots are available. Try after some time, right? So this is basically how this program actually works. Okay, so I hope you just got the idea that basically how this program will run, right? I hope you just got the proper idea that how this program will run, how to write this program, how to add on things here, right? Okay, so basically, like, why it is again and again showing me that no slots are available, but like basically the slots were available for this like a pin code which I have just searched for it because I have already taken that previously and I searched that. So let's quickly check that had we made any logical error or something like that here because my program is not on. Okay. I just got that. So here we do not need to write capital Y. We need to write small because here we had used the lower function. Right, so this was the thing. Now let me just again quickly run out that thing here. Okay, it is giving me some error that available capacity and that is in line number 39. Okay, let me just quickly check out my line number 39 and here we have. Okay, I need to just put the underscore between this like there should not be any space. Again, let me just quickly run out that thing here. Right, now my program is actually running very properly and basically in the starting it gave me start searching for COVID vaccine slots. Then it told me that the name of the hospital and destination is CVC1 CHC Patara CV. After that name for the block is Patra, that is Patara, and price for the vaccine is free. Okay, it is free. Availability is 25. Okay, 25 vaccines are available here for the age of 57 and the type of vaccine that is available is Covishield and the search is finished, right? So from this way we can just get out the and find out that basically what are the available sorts, what are the like price and what are the things, and you need not to again and again now go on the CoWIN website and search for that. You can simply put your like pin code here, the whatever the pin code you are actually looking for, you can just put that here, and whatever the age you are looking here you can just put for that age, and simply it will give you the correct output and the correct response. If you just want to verify it, just go and verify it from the website of CoWIN that okay these are the things, right? So I hope you enjoyed this project, and this was a very nice project, even it was a little big project, but it was like quite nice, right? So this is all for now. Till then, thank you and take care.